What's good, my credit fiends? Now, a lot of you guys want to know how you can go ahead and increase your limits. How can you get these higher limits? Well, I'm going to go ahead and tell you, you don't have to necessarily apply for new cards just to get a higher limit. You don't have to do that, okay? Your cards are going to have a certain limit that they go up to, and obviously it's going to be based on how you're using the card, what type of income you have coming in, and all those types of things. So I'm going to be telling you exactly what you need to do to go ahead and get those higher increases. So obviously, the first thing you need to do is ask. Now, how do you ask? Well, you can go inside of your mobile app, whatever it is, or online, and you can ask for a credit line increase. Now, I would recommend that this card either be 0%, or not 0%, but have a 0% utilization, right? So your utilization needs to be like 0 to like, I don't know. I don't even really ask for it unless that card is pretty much at 0 or close to 0, and I've been doing really good on that card. So you have to have $0, 100% of your payments on time. You know what I'm saying? Your credit score needs to be good. I would say like a decent score would be around like a 700 score or whatever, somewhere around there. Like, everything needs to check out. Your account cannot be close to its max and then asking for an increase and stuff like that. Now, if your account is close to its max, this is how you run the play. Now, this is how you can max out your card. You can still max out your card and still get a credit line increase. And how you do that is you max out the card, right? Let's say the due date is on the 24th, okay? The 24th of the month it's due, right? So let's say you maxed out your card, the 24th it's due, it's the first of the month. All you have to do is pay it before these, not even necessarily before your due date, right? Because you're gonna have a minimum payment, probably whatever it is, but you have to pay it off before your statement date. Now, your statement date is going to be around like a week of this, so your statement date might be on like the 28th or the 30th or something like that. And this statement date comes after the due date, right? And that's what's going to report on your credit. Okay, so you want to make sure, if you're going to try to ask for a credit line increase or have them automatically do that, because this is how they can automatically give it to you. These are the two ways: either you ask or they automatically do it. And this is the fastest way for them to automatically increase your card. You're maxing out the card every month and you're paying it off before it reports. Okay, not necessarily the due date, but before it reports to your credit, you're paying it off. Okay, then they're gonna see that, okay, this isn't enough of a limit for them. We're not getting you with this interest. You know what I'm saying? Because the whole point of a credit card company is to make money off of you via interest. So if they're not making interest because you're paying it off, you're maxing out your card, but you're paying it off before the statement date, before it even gets posted, then they're not making no interest off of you, depending on your card. Some of them do daily interest, okay? They're not making any money off of you. So they're going to be like, you know what? Instead of this 3K limit, we're going to bump it up to a 4.5K limit. Okay. And we'll see what you do with that. And then you do the same thing. You just repeat, do the same thing. Now, if you're going to ask for it, you better hope that you're having, obviously, like I said, a low balance, 100% of your payments, your credit score is good, and you actually been using this card. Okay. Don't come over here and ask them for, you know, if you have a $1,500 limit or something, and you only been using like $100, $200 here and there, like once a month or every other month. No, you need some heavier usage on that thing. Okay, so that's if you want to ask them to go ahead and increase that limit. Now, it doesn't always have to be that way. You don't always have to use that card heavily, but the more heavy that you use it, the more chances they are going to raise your credit limit, and also the higher that it can go too. Because if you just ask them, like I said, you're not using it like that, they're not really gonna want to bump it up like that. You know what I'm saying? So you either ask or you max out your card and you pay it off, and then they'll automatically start trying to give you more. And that's essentially where it's getting at. There's a couple little things that you can do outside of this. Of course, this is not everything to increase your limit, but this is just the gist of it. I mean, if you want a limit, then you got a higher limit. You got to work for it, or you got to ask for it. All right. So that's how you do that.